This is another another bogus report. On this date, I called the cops because I was concerned about Steve. I was concerned about his well-being. I was concerned, like I always call them, concerned about him, and they never do shit about it. Never. I called him and I told him I was worried about him, that, he wasn't answering the phone. He had been gone for a while already, and I hadn't heard from him, and that was just not normal. And I told him that I was concerned because of the situations that happened in the past, which I have also reported, and nothing was ever done about it. And so, this is a lie. Like, Steve never called to have a welfare check. I called about concerns about his well-being, and when the deputies arrived, and I expressed to them my, what I had called them for, what I was worried about, my concern, they immediately just like didn't even care about what I asked, what I said, my concern, none of that. They just automatically started telling me, okay, well, okay, what are you doing? And like, who's there? And you started questioning me, and then who's in the house with you? And I was alone at that time with my daughters, and then who's in the house with you, and all this other stuff. But never once did they address the concern that I had regarding Steve. And then I told him, okay, well, that's when I went back. I'm like, you know what? You're not going to help me. I'm like, you're avoiding everything that I called you here for. So I started walking inside the house, and then I told him, I said, I don't need your help, whatever. So I started walking in, and then next thing you know, they called me back out. They're like, oh, can you come? They wouldn't leave. They were all, standing outside my gate, like intimidating me. They called more patrols. They were all standing outside of the gate. There was maybe like 3-4 cars, and none of them were addressing the concern that I had regarding Steve. And so then what happened was that after that, I they acted like they were gonna leave. They're like, okay, whatever. So then they ended up staying a lot longer, and so I called the police department again, and I told them, you know what, I had called for these reasons, but the cops didn't even listen to anything I said. I said, but yet they're all standing outside my house, intimidating me, like if I did something wrong when I'm the one that called for help. And they're like, and I'm like, and it's like if they want, I'm like, I'm not gonna go outside, and I'm not gonna open my doors to them. I said they need to just go. And so they're like, whoever answered the phone, they're like, oh, okay, well, we'll go ahead and call them and tell them. And sure enough, a while passed by and they were still out there. I don't know if they even called them and told them anything or not, because my calls always get redirected to where these people answer the phone. They always have the same person answer the phone. Anyways, so yeah, and then after that, I still wouldn't go outside. And it seemed like they wanted to come inside, and they're like, oh, we talked to, and then like I opened the door and I said, why are you guys still here? And then he said, oh, we talked to Steve. And I'm like, you talked to Steve? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, what happened? And they're like, oh, he's fine. He just wanted us to check on you and check on the kids, make sure that they're good. Like they wanted to come inside the house, and I did not let them. And I said, no. I said, but I was thinking, how did you talk to Steve when I did not give you the phone number? But I didn't tell them that, but I was thinking that. And I was thinking like, oh, I was thinking, oh, when did you talk to him? They're like, oh, right now. And I'm like, you did? They're like, yeah. But I was thinking that the whole time. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit, because how did you talk to him when, first of all, I did not give you the phone number. You did not ask me for his number, not once. The whole time you were just questioning me. And then next thing you know, Steve shows up. And then he's like, and then talking about, oh, he's talking to them, and they're talking about, oh, they want to do a welfare check and all this. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And they're like, oh, yeah, he wants to come in. And I said, no, he can't come in either, because of the fact that I didn't trust him at that point. I was like, no. I'm like, what a coincidence. He shows up. You guys are here. How did you guys call him? How did you guys even get his number? And second of all, I'm like, if I let him in, he's probably, he's going to give you guys the right to come in. And you guys are just going to try to, obviously, I don't know. Like I said, I don't trust them. They would have tried to arrest me. I don't know what they would have done. I do not trust them, because they always do stupid shit like this to me. They're always against me, and I'm sick of them, because they are not real cops. They're fake ass cops. They're corrupt fucking officials. They're not fucking real cops at all. They violate their oath. They are not for the people. They're not exercise justice. They are criminals. That's what they are, criminals with a badge, and they should not be serving at all. Anyhow, so yeah, then they called the Met team, and the Met team came and talking about concerns about my mental state of mind. And I'm like, okay, really? I'm like, all this because I called and I wanted them to check on Steve, which I have always done since everything started, and they never once did. And if they would have listened to me when I called, none of this would have happened. Everything that has happened, none of it would have happened. Not only to Steve, but to everyone else involved. You know, and they never did. So I blame them because it's all, like I said, the city, Bakersfield, California, is a city of crooks, a city of corrupt officials. You know, there's no law here. There is no justice here. There is nothing but paid officials, and they all basically do what they want because they get paid for it. They're not real law enforcement. They buy themselves they buy their badge basically, and they also buy their seats in whatever office they have, you know. Whether it be from governmental to whatever office they have, they buy their fucking seats. And why? Because this is the highest place of human trafficking. And it was, not anymore, because I trust and believe that, you know, that is coming to an end. Anyhow, but yeah, this is all bogus too. Another fabrication of this fake ass officials, fake ass deputies. To, you know, another thing that they try to do against me. Another failed attempt. Thank God.